In the basketball world, some players have a habit of spending loads of money on fancy things. NBA legends especially love to show off their wealth with super expensive items. From flashy jewelry to huge houses and even risky investments, these players don't hold back when it comes to splurging. Let's take a look at some of the craziest expensive things owned by NBA stars. During his first season in the NBA, Ja Morant traveled to Texas and went to a jewelry store called Johnny Dang in Houston, which is known for its unique designs. He invested $35,000 on a diamond grill for his teeth, and he's never stopped rocking it. This got him into buying expensive ornaments. In the end, he went on to another shop called Icebox and bought more jewelry there as well. Ja Morant, the famous basketball star, went all out while visiting Icebox and spent over $100,000 on different jewelry items. He purchased diamond bracelets for $89,000, chains for $240,000, and luxurious watches like AP, Patek Philippe, and Raleigh's, although he can't even tell time. He too bought some jewelry, a necklace for his sister, and almost drained the bank account before leaving. The other young NBA players like DeAndre Ayton, Jalen Green, Andre Drummond, and LaMelo Ball noticed his lavish spending and started expressing their wealth through their own expensive jewelry. Jason Tatum was the king of all with the purchase of a rare all-white Hublot, and Richard Mille, both worth more than $500,000. While Ben Simmons made the news for buying something so expensive that it almost hurt someone, it was still weird. When Ben Simmons joined the Philadelphia 76ers, he moved into a fancy penthouse worth $30 million in Philadelphia. The feeling of loneliness in such a luxurious home made him get some pets. Instead of a normal cat, the man opted to spend $10,000 on two Savannah cats, which are notorious for being wild animals. Over the course of this time, these felines became even more unstable. At the time of his California trip, Ben requested his sibling to fly the cats to meet him. Nevertheless, the cats changed their behavior and started attacking his brother, who tried to cage them. Even though his brother was trying to keep the situation from blowing up at the airport, when the officials were trying to inspect the cages, it turned wild. Cats attacked and had injured airport employees and Ben's brother. He immediately understood the danger that they represented and decided to leave the cats behind. Ben Simmons spent no less than $10,000 on wild cats, and he spent the same amount on fast cars. However, the most expensive car of his collection is a $350,000 Ferrari Pista, which is known for its blinding acceleration. This made Ben fall in love with Ferraris, and he ended up owning multiple ones, among them an orange Ferrari, an all-black Ferrari Spider, and a rare Ferrari 488 customized to match his favorite Jordans. Those cars alone, his Ferraris, are worth $1 million and then some. Yet his most expensive ride is a Porsche 918 Spider, an extremely rare piece that he has customized with exclusive carbon fiber elements, which further adds to the price, reaching a staggering $2 million. In a fresh new chapter of his extravagant lifestyle, LaMelo Ball went as far as spending $10 million just to irritate Michael Jordan. Since his teenage years, LaMelo has already been living a life most people can only dream about. This was the age of 19 when this young man had already signed a contract worth over $100 million with Puma and even got a private jet to use. However, his NBA journey was so extravagant that his spending also became so. He wowed the fans on draft night with his $50,000 diamond-studded Sky Dweller Rolex. This amazing stunt made LaMelo the youngest NBA player to create his own line of signature watches that vary from a $7,000 plain diesel version to a $15,000 diamond-studded one. But LaMelo had no chance to compete with his neck game against his wrist game. While his career was escalating in the NBA, he began to flaunt his $50,000 UFO chain, which looked like something from the Migos music videos. Puma, eager to support his flashy style, surprised him with an $80,000 gift when he made his first All-Star appearance, a platinum necklace with a 17-karat diamond Puma All-Star pennant. LaMelo didn't have to wait for a second to wear his brand new diamond-studded necklace. LaMelo Ball's spending, which was already insane, reached its climax when he spared no expense and splurged more than $10 million just to live next door to Michael Jordan. Since MJ owns the Charlotte Hornets team and LaMelo is the rising star of the team, it's very probable that they might get to know each other better than they are imagining right now. LaMelo's mansion is the biggest house in the NBA with 11 bedrooms and 18 bathrooms. It offers the best technology of all time in every room, i.e. built-in speakers, movie theater, bar, personal gym, and equipment in the kitchen worth a few $100,000. He was equally unsparing when it was a chandelier as well. He utilized a total of $600,000 for such a unique chandelier and had an additional $1.2 million on renovations, which included an indoor pool. The outside of LaMelo's property is not less impressive either. It has an outdoor pool, an 8-car garage, and a helipad of its own. It's no surprise that his brothers might feel jealous. LaMelo is the youngest, but he has turned out to be the most famous of all his siblings. Yet among all his lavish purchases, one stands out as more concerning: the NBA buying a player at a multi-million price who has now been held eligible for his legal problems, which could send him to prison for the rest of his life. De'Aaron Fox, who was the first Kings player to enter the league in 2017, was truly determined to end the team's 10-year drought and bring them into the playoffs. In spite of the difficulties he had to face during a short period of time, he was greatly adored, and the people of Sacramento showed their love and respect for him. At the beginning of 2020, the Kings finally succumbed and gave him a 5-year contract worth $163 million. On the other hand, De'Aaron had an unconfessed secret in his heart. He had been secretly backing this NFT project called Swipe of the Fox. This project was a big promise for fans, who would have the chance to win some real-life rewards like NBA tickets, signed merchandise scholarships, and even an opportunity to meet De'Aaron in person. On the 1st of December of 2021, NFTs De'Aaron was made available to the public, and each of them costing around $250. The initiative blossomed into a full-scale movement within a few weeks, reaching a significant milestone of 3,000 supporters and a total of $1.6 million raised. On the other hand, the fundraiser came to an end after a couple of weeks, and all of us were still wondering what the cause was. Then, De'Aaron understood that he could not manage both the NFT project and the NBA career at the same time, and he had to disappoint investors that they would not get a refund. For example, De'Aaron Fox's Swipe of the Fox NFT project ended up being a huge flop. The listener of the song was betrayed and commented that he was telling a lie. Fans formed their own doubts after they found what was promised did not materialize, as they signed the jerseys to be used as a consolation. The intervention of such behavior has brought the rug pull scam to the assumption that the project is a scam. In some cases, the project was called a rug pull by scammers. Then De'Aaron took down his website, Discord server, and social